So we are going to learn today a topic called as Rownum. Have you heard about Rownum? It is a pseudo column. Pseudo means false, okay? In a database. First thing, what is a pseudo column in a database? Next is what? Rownum database only knows Rownum equals to 1. Okay. Next, we can use operator less than, comma, less than equal to, or equal to 1. Let me save today's notes. I'll share you. Okay. Today's date is 11/07/2022. Excellent. Yes. So next, first is what? Rownum is a pseudo column. Okay. Next is what, guys? Hi, Kirti. Yeah.
Hi.
So first, one second, guys. Someone is telling me he wants to join. One second, guys. 1 second. One second, guys. Fine, guys. Rownum is a pseudo column in a database. Database only knows Rownum equals to 1. We can use operator less than, equal to, or equal to 1. Next is, guys, what? What other thing you want to know about Rownum is Rownum works on flyover means. Flyover means what, guys? That is, I will write, that is at the time of query execution. So at the time of query execution, Rownum works. Okay. So these 4 points keep in your mind. First is what? Is a pseudo column in a database. Database knows only Rownum equals to 1. We can use operator. Which are the operator we can use? Less than, equal to, or equal to 1. Rownum works on flyover means. That means that is what? At the time of query execution. Fine, guys. If you have understood this much, so now tell me, if I want to get the first record, what is the query? Can someone tell me what is the first? What is the query to get the first record? Select a star from EMP. Where what, guys? Rownum equals to 1. Yes or no, guys? Was. So this will give me what? The first record. Let's start from EMP. If I want to get the first record, what is the query? Kirti, can you just tell me what is the query to get the first record?
Where Rownum equals to 1.
And if I want to get the second record?
Rownum equals to 2.
And then it will give what? No record found. What I told you, we can use what? Only Rownum equals to 1. You tell no row. No row selected. Yes. What I told you, we can use which operator? Rownum equals to 1. Less than, equal to, or equal to 1. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So still, if you want the 6th record, how can I get it? Can you think?
Less than or equal to 6.
No, but it will come the entire 6 records, right?
Want only
if I write
records.
Like this, Rownum less than equals to 6, what will happen, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 records has come. Yes or no?
Yes.
So
Row ID?
If I want only 6th record,
select star from EMP where Rownum less than or equals to 6 minus select star from EMP where Rownum less than 6 or less than or equals to 5.
Fine, guys. See, this is what is the query to get the first 6 record. This is the query to get the first record. But my question was to get the sixth record. Which is the sixth record, Kirti? Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Blake. Yes or no,
Blake.
guys?
Yes.
So if I want to get this, if I write Rownum less than 7, what will happen? First 6 record will come. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what will happen, guys? Now, if I minus it with Rownum less than 6, that means this 5 record will be removed from here. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So I will get this 6th record. Yes or no, guys? Yes. See,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6th record. So what I will do is I will take what? Less than 7. That means first 6 minus less than 6. That means first 5 will be removed. What is the query, guys? Select start from EMP where what? Rownum less than what? 7. Less than 7 means what? First 6 record. Minus what? Can you tell me, Kirti, what will be the minus thing? Select
Select the
start
start from EMP
where
where
Rownum less than 6.
equals
Yes
to
or no, guys?
less than 6.
So what is the 6th record? Is it Blake? Yes or no, guys? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it Blake? Yes.
Yes.
So if I wanted 10th record, what would I have done, guys?
Less than 9 minus less than.
No. Here, see, for 6, it is increasing, right?
Right.
So if I want 10th record, I will take what? Here I will take is what? 11. Here I will take
11.
is what?
10.
10. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So this is how I get the simply here n plus 1. Okay. If I want the 10th record, what I will do is select start from EMP where Rownum less than 10 plus 1 is what? 11 minus what, guys? Select start from
9.
EMP where Rownum less than what?
9.
No.
10.
10 n plus 1. Okay. This is the 10th record. Turner. See. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
This is how I get the. Suppose someone will tell you, you see, I don't know anything in a database. I want the first record. So what is the query? Select a start from EMP where Rownum equals to 1. I want the third record. Okay. Select a start from EMP where Rownum less than 4 minus select a start from EMP where Rownum less than 3. So here it will be n, here n plus 1. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So we can get any number of records. Yes or no, guys? Yes. From this Rownum. So it works on flyover mean. If I write select a start from EMP where Rownum greater than 5. Can you tell me output? Output will be what, Kirti? No record selected.
No record.
Yes. Yes or no, guys? Yes. We cannot use greater than. We cannot use equal to any number apart from equal to 1. Am I clear? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, guys. Then, guys, next is this is Rownum thing. So if I want the first 3 records, I can get it. Yes. If I want first 3 record, how can I get it? Can you just tell me the query? Select start from EMP where Rownum less than equal to 3. Yes or no, guys? So this is the first 3 record. Are you clear about this Rownum thing? Yes. So this is called as what? Rownum. This is very simple thing, guys. Not that much difficult. So works on flyover mean. We can use operator less than equal to 1. And this is works on flyover means. Flyover means what? At the time of query execution. Database only knows Rownum equals to 1. But when I write less than equals to 6, then at the time of query execution, it selects the 6th record and less than equal to 6th record. It works on flyover means. Flyover means what, guys? At the time of query execution. Am I clear about Rownum? Tell me yes or no.
Yes.
If you are clear about Rownum, the next topic I wanted to take is row ID. So what do you know in row ID, Kirti? What is a row ID? Anything? Anyone knows what is a row ID?
Generate unique ID to each and every record.
See, it is a unique and permanent ID associated with each and every record. Okay, is a unique and permanent ID associated with each and every record. As soon as a record is entered in the table, a unique, what will happen, guys? Unique ID is given to the record. Okay, fine, guys. Excellent. If you have understood this much, then it is a 16-digit hexadecimal value. Okay. It is arranged in ascending order. 4 points, that's all. It is a unique ID associated with each and every record. As soon as a record is entered in a table, a unique ID is given to the record. It is a 16-digit hexadecimal value. It is arranged in ascending order. Are you clear with these 4 points? Tell me yes or no.
Yes.
If you are clear with these 4 points, now tell me, guys, I want to see the row ID. What I will write? Select row ID, comma, EMP dot star from EMP. Yes, these are the row ID associated with each and every record. It's a permanent row ID. Yes or no? Yes. Now, after this, guys, if you see, is it in arrange and see here A, B, C, D, E, F, like that? Okay, it is always in ascending order. Fine. Now it's a unique ID, it's a permanent ID. So if I write here a query, select star from EMP where row ID equals to this value, what will happen, guys? This particular record will be shown. Which is this ID? AAG is clerk ID. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes or no? Yes. Excellent. Yes, excellent. Now a question which will be 100% asked to you in any interview of SQL. There's 100% question will be asked in any interview of SQL. What is that question? Delete, duplicate, record from EMP table or any table. Okay. Delete, duplicate, record from a table. Here we are writing EMP table. So what is the query, guys? What is the query? The query is, see, what is the query, guys? Suppose from EMP table, I want to delete a duplicate. What I will write? Delete from EMP where row ID not in select mean of row ID from EMP, and then what you have to do, guys? Group by department. Find this. Now, what is this query? Can you just tell me, Kirti? Select mean of row ID from EMP group by department number means what?
Minimum of row ID, grouping by department number.
Yeah, this is the minimum of row ID from this EMP table, which is grouped by the department number. So minimum of row ID for each department. That means department number 10 is having so many row ID. Department 10, department 10, department 10. For this
3.
one particular row ID will be there. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Similarly, for 20, one minimum row ID will be there. For 30, one minimum row ID will be there. Yes or no, guys?
Right.
Yes. We will keep it. And then what is the outer query is telling? Delete from
Then
the
delete.
table where row ID not in. That means we'll just keep the minimum row IDs and delete all the rest row IDs. Will every duplicate row ID will delete it or not? Tell me yes or no.
Yeah.
This is what is the 11 rows deleted. Now you see, guys, select a star from EMP. What will happen? Only unique values are there. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
This query is 100% asked. Okay, always remember this query. This is what is the way to delete the duplicate record. Fine, guys. If you have understood this much, then we will learn a concept called as index. Have you heard about that? What is an index? What is an index, guys? Yes, Samyukta, what is an index? Hmm? What is an index? What is an index? Anyone knows? Kirti, have you ever heard about index?
Contains it keys.
It is an index. No one knows what is an index? In a book, what is an index?
Else
Yes,
what is there?
See, index is nothing but, guys, a summary of that particular databases. That is nothing but an index. So index is what we'll tell is used for fast retrieval of data. Okay. Index is created on a table of a column. Next, guys, index is used for better performance. Performance in the sense better retrieval, fast retrieval of the data. Syntax to create an index is what? Anyone knows? Create index, index name on table name. Okay. Create index name on table name, and bracket what you have to write is column name. This is how we create an index on a table. But this is nothing but just for the fast retrieval of data. Simply is what it is used to. Suppose a particular book is there. So see, this is the document I am given you. So I've created an index, right? But what happens, guys, in this index, from this index, if I want to go to a topic called as index, so I can just go here, I can find, right? Suppose this, I can write here index. So what we can tell, guys, is index is used for the fast retrieval of data. It is associated with the column of a table. Okay, the syntax is very, very simple. Create index name on table bracket column. This is what is the index concept, guys. They will ask you, what is the syntax to create an index, and what is the use of an index? Next we will learn, guys, is SQL is what is, guys? Stored. What is SQL, guys? Can someone tell me? Structured
query language.
Query language. What is actually it is? I told you first day, it is a language. What did I told you definition of SQL? Can someone tell me? It is a language to retrieve data from where? It is a language to access the database. Do you remember this? Yes. And the higher version of this is what? PLSQL. Have you heard about that? Procedure SQL. Okay, procedure stored query language. It is a, what is PLSQL, guys? It is a programming language. Okay, procedural programming language. Okay, for development of any app and all, like C is a language, Java is a language, but though some are object oriented, some are procedural language. So PLSQL is a completely a programming language, is used for development of an app or development of an ETL architecture. This kind of things PLSQL is used. In the PLSQL, there's a topic called as stored procedure. Sometimes they ask the definition or have you ever used? So we will learn that. Stored procedure. So stored procedure, anyone knows what is a stored procedure? Have you ever heard about that? What about Samyukta? Can you just tell me?
No, I don't.
So stored procedure is a set of SQL statements written which can be executed again and again. So a set of SQL statement we will write. Suppose we'll write create procedure name, and then what we'll write as select star from EMP where department number equals to 10. So what will happen, guys, like this? A procedure will be created whose name is what? SP1. And we can execute this procedure n number times. We can write execute SP1. And we can execute this particular data will be stored and we can execute it n number of times. That is why this stored procedures are used. Someone will ask you, what is a stored procedure? You will tell stored procedure is a set of SQL statement written, which can be used again, which can be executed again and again. Syntax to create a stored procedure. So what is the syntax to create? Simple. Create procedure, procedure name, and then as and this particular query. How to execute as a stored procedure? Execute and then procedure name. Execute, then what you have to write? Procedure name. Excellent, guys. Excellent. To execute, what you have to write? Execute procedure name. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Now, if I want to create a procedure, what is the way, guys? What is the syntax? Can someone tell me? Create procedure name. Okay, suppose. Then what you have to write? As select star from EMP. Yes, guys. So what will happen, guys, like this? See, procedure created with compilation error. A particular procedure will be created. Are you able to understand? Yes. This is how a procedure is created. It is generally used as a programming language for the developers. We don't require anything as of now as an ETL tester. Maximum we can execute a procedure. And I told you what is a procedure and how to execute this. Any question till here, guys? What is a row num? What is a row ID? What is our index? What is a procedure? Tell me, guys, yes or no? Kirti, any doubts?
No.
Excellent, guys, excellent. Then we will learn something called as, guys, normalization. What is normalization? Yes, Samyukta, what is normalization? What is normalization? Guys, tell me, what is normalization? Anyone? No, Kirti, do you know what is normalization?
Yes, normalization basically use to eliminate the data redundancy in the table.
Yes, yes, yes. But what is normalization? It is the use of the normalization. My question is, what is normalization? And what is denormalization at the same time? Samyukta, any idea? Fine, guys. Normalization is splitting of larger table into smaller table. Did you understand this much? A
Yes.
bigger table, we will split it into smaller table. That is called as what? Normalization. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
And what is denormalization then? Denormalization is what? Just the opposite. What will happen? Joining of smaller table to form a bigger table is called as what, guys? Denormalization. Am I clear with the definition? First, tell me this. They will ask what is normalization and types of normalization. Did you understand normalization is what? Splitting of larger table into a smaller table is called as normalization. Denormalization is what, guys? Joining of a smaller table to form a bigger table is called as denormalization. Now guys, if we split the table into bigger table into smaller table, what will happen? It will help to what? To avoid. It will help to what, guys? It will help to avoid what? Redundancy. What is redundancy, guys? Repeated data. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Redundancy. Okay. So what will happen, guys? Redundancy means what? Repeated data will not be there. And what will be the disadvantage of denormalization? Can you just tell me what is the disadvantage of denormalization?
Faster retrieval.
No. See, normalization is what? It's splitting of the bigger table. You have joined it into smaller table. That is normalization. Okay, guys. It will reduce the. It will avoid the redundancy and all. So we use normalization. Now I'm telling denormalization is what will join the small table to form a bigger table. That is denormalization. So what is the disadvantage of denormalization? I'm telling. We will have
Here
to.
we cannot avoid redundancy.
What happened?
Redundancy we cannot avoid in denormalization.
Yeah, we'll have to write what? Complex SQL queries to join multiple tables. So there's only one disadvantage. You'll have to write complex SQL queries to join multiple tables. Fine, guys. Now we'll see it with the diagram. What is normalization and what is denormalization? Let us come here. I've given you a separate diagram for normalization and denormalization. So now, guys, what is normalization? What I have written is the process of splitting bigger table into smaller table without changing its functionality. Okay? Yes, guys. It is carried out during the phase of SDLC. Now, what is SDLC? Oh, that I will tell you later. As of now, it's just tell what? Normalization is a process of splitting bigger table into smaller table. Now, the advantage is what? To reduce the redundancy, unnecessary repetition of data, to avoid problem due to delete anomaly, inconsistency. See, if duplicate data are getting deleted and all, so there will be some inconsistency. So because of that, to avoid these problems, we'll go for the normalization. The first advantage is what? To reduce the redundancy, which is the most important. Next advantage is what? To avoid the problem of delete inconsistency. Okay, if we are deleting a record, then there will be some inconsistency happening. So that we require what? We require what? Normalization. In normalization, there are three forms. First is what? First normal form, second normal form, and third normal form. So first normal form, what happened? We should collect all the required attributes into one bigger entity. That means all the attributes will be kept in a big table. Suppose this is a big table college, then we have a registration number, student name, semester, date of birth, mail ID, phone number, book name, author, date of inquiry, date of registry, and fine. So all this information is collected in a particular big table. Now we have to assume no two records are same. Identify the probable primary key. So I think this registration number can be a primary key. Book number can be a primary key. Based on this, we will split it into the table. So how we will split it? There will be two things. One will be what, guys? So we can split the table. How, guys? First table we will prepare it for what? For the students, which will be happening what? Registration number. Next table I'll create for the books, which will happening what? Book number. And so here this bigger table is divided into two tables. One is student table and one is book table. Output of the first normal form. Now what happens in second normal form, guys? In second normal form, first of all, to perform second normal form, the table should be in first normal form. First thing is what? To perform second normal form, the table should be in first normal form. Here we identify the complete dependency and move it into the separate tables. That means what, guys? In first normal form, we identify the probable primary key. and putted everything in one table. Now in second normal form, what happened? We splitted the table. Wherever there was a complete dependency, student was completely dependent on the books. So now there is two tables. Student is the one table and book is one table, which is having this primary key column. And here also primary key column is book number and registration number is foreign key column. So first of all, did you understood what is normalization? Yes or no, guys? Kirti, yes or no? Are you there? Kirti?
Yes.
So what is normalization? Normalization is a process of splitting which table? Bigger table into smaller table without changing its functionality. And it helps to reduce the redundancy. This is the first point. This is only you have to tell. And there are three kinds of normalization forms. What are that? First normal form. In first normal form, everything should be in one table and we will identify the probable primary key. In second normal form, the table must be in first normal form and we'll identify the complete dependency and move them into separate table. Suppose here there's a complete dependency, student is completely dependent on book. So we have moved it into separate table. Are you clear with first and second normal form? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes. If you have understood this much, then we'll go to the third normal form. What is third normal form? To perform the third normal form, the table should be in second normal form and we will identify the probable partial dependency and move it into separate table. That means student is dependent on book and they are partially dependent on library. So now what will happen, guys? There are three tables. One is what? This is a complete dependency. Student is completely dependent on book and the students and books are partially dependent on library. So here what we'll do? We will move it into a separate table called as library. This is called as third normal form. First normal form, everything should be in one table. We'll identify the primary key column. Second normal form, table must be in first normal form. That means data should be unique and identify the probable primary key and move the table into separate table wherever there's a complete dependency. Third normal form, the table must be in second normal form. And wherever there is a partial dependency, we will we'll split the table there. Suppose student and book is completely dependent on each other and they are partially dependent on library. So we have again splitted the table into a library table. Disadvantage of normalization is what? The only minor disadvantage is we may have to write complex SQL queries as we have more than number of tables. Since more than one tables are there, so this is a disadvantage. Okay, we have to write the multiple joins. Denormalization is what? Is the process of combining one or smaller table to form a bigger table. So this is what, guys, is normalization and denormalization. What is the disadvantage of denormalization? Can you just tell me what is the disadvantage? Suppose the table number have increased. So what will happen, guys? We'll have to write complex SQL query to join each and every table. This is the only disadvantage. The denormalization is just the opposite. It's the process of combining more than one table to form a bigger table. This is again a theoretical concept. What is code rule? Okay, sometimes they ask, okay, for a DBMS to qualify as RDBMS, they should follow code rule. What is code rule, guys? Should support null value, should support creation of relationship between the table, should support DDL, DML, TCL, should support constraints like primary key, unique check, should support query techniques like subquery, join, grouping, etc. This is what is the code rule. This is again a theoretical thing, guys. Okay. Now, guys, two more theoretical things I want to take for you today. One is what? Acid property. Have you heard about that? What is acid property? Acid means what, guys? Atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Atomicity means what, guys? The entire transaction takes place once and doesn't happen at all. That means what, guys? Once you write a SQL query, what will happen, guys? Entire query will get executed and you will get the value. It is not that partially you will get the value. Consistency means what? That referential integrity should be maintained. Do you remember referential integrity? I told you. Do you remember, Kirti, what is referential integrity? Can you just tell me? What is referential integrity constraint? Can someone tell me?
Foreign key.
Yes, what is differential integrity constraint? Is it, do you remember? Parent table. What is the column? Primary key column. Yes or no,
Primary
guys?
key.
Key.
Child table. What is the column? Foreign key column. So whatever data we will enter in the child table foreign key column should be present in the parent table primary key
table.
column. And if the data is not present, and if we are entering here in the child table, what will happen? It will show a referential integrity constraint error. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So that is the integrity should be maintained. Isolation means what, guys? 2 or 3 queries you can execute together, but everyone will execute independently. It will not interfere between each other. Durability means what, guys? The query what you will execute, okay, the output will be a durable output, okay. So if the system closes or all, then also that particular output will be there. That is what is the acid property. This is a very theoretical thing. No one will ask you, but still you should know. This is A for atomicity, means that once only entire query should get executed. Consistency, that means that constraint, referential integrity constraint should be maintained. Isolation means multiple query we are executing, then everyone should execute independently. Durability means the query output should be durable. It will be shown. We close the DBMS, open the DBMS, then also that particular output will be there. That is called as durability. One more theoretical concept is there. This is the last theoretical concept for today, and this will be the end. There is something called as entity relationship diagram. That means the tables, entity means table, how the tables are joined, guys. So if you remember, there is something called as, guys, one to one. There is something called as what, guys? One to many. There is something called as many to many. So I have prepared a notes so that you can just see here. Wait, guys. Yeah. One second, guys. Let me just open that entity relationship diagram given once, I think. I don't know I have given or not. Let me just see, guys, once again. I don't know I have written here or not. It's simple, guys, nothing. If I have not given, that's fine. I'll tell you. See, entity relationship diagram is what, guys, you know, entity relationship diagram shows what? How the tables are joined. It is possible that one table can be joined to one table. That is called as what? One-to-one relationship. That means one table is joined to one particular table. Now, one to many. That means what, guys? One to many relationship. That means what, guys? One table is joined to multiple table. That is called as what? One to many relationship. And many to one. That means what? Many table is joined to one table. And last is what, guys? Many to many. Many to many. Suppose a customer and there's an order table. Then what will happen, guys? A customer can be what? Multiple customer. Customer can be what? Multiple customer. And order can be what, guys? Can be multiple order. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So this is what is, guys, many to many. Many customers are ordering for multiple orders. So that is nothing but your many to many. The many tables are joined to many tables. That is called as many to many relationship. Many to one, that means many tables are joined to one table. That is called as many to one. One to many is one table is joined to many table. That is called as what? Many to one. And one to one means one table is joined to particular one table. That is called as one to one relationship. This is what was the concepts, guys, which was left, and this was the theoretical things which was pending from BTS, which we have completed it today. So this completes your, guys, your SQL syllabus. Okay, And one more document I'll give you, which is that document. Let me just show you. This document I'll give you. Today's notes I'll give you. One this again, this SQL document. One more document. This also I'll give you guys, so that you can just study from here. Here I've executed these things. Okay. Yeah, this is what I was telling. ER diagram. What happens, guys? One-to-one relationship. That means a person can has only one passport. This is what one-to-one relationship. One-to-many means what? A customer can place multiple order. That is what one-to-many relationship. Now, what is, guys? Many-to-one relationship. Many students can join a particular college. That is nothing but a many-to-one relationship. And many-to-many relationship. That means multiple students are assigned to multiple projects. That is nothing but your many-to-many relationship. So these are the theoretical things, guys, which we are completed today. Okay. And we started with what, guys? We started with the Rownum. Do you remember that? Yes. So what is a Rownum? Let us just revise it. What is a Rownum, guys? Can everyone tell me what is a Rownum?
It's a pseudo column.
It is a pseudo column associated with each and every. It is a pseudo column present in the database. Database only knows Rownum equals to 1. So if I want to get the first record, can anyone tell me what is the query? So let us start from EMP. Where what? Rownum equals to 1. So this is what is the, and Rownum can only write what? Which queries, guys? Less than or less than equals to. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Rownum less than equals to 4. Now, guys, if I write select star from EMP where Rownum greater than equal to 9, what will be the output, guys? Kirti, what will be the output? No record found. Why, guys? Because we cannot use greater than operator with Rownum. Am I clear till this much? Tell me yes or no, guys. Kirti, have you understood this much?
Yes.
Samyukta? Yes, yes, guys. Excellent. Now, what is row ID? What I told, what is a row ID? Row ID is a unique ID associated with each and every table. It is a permanent ID. It is arranged in which order, guys? Ascending.
Ascending order.
And what I told you, how to delete the duplicate record. What is the query, guys?
Delete
from EMP where row ID not in what, guys?
Select min of
row ID from which table, guys? EMP and then
table.
whichever table. Group by
department
number column if I want. Okay. Here there is no duplicate only, so it is coming 0 record. Fine, guys. After this Rownum and row ID, what is the next thing I taught you guys today? I taught you there is something called as index. Index is associated with the each and with the table of a column. Okay. So what is the index, guys, used? It is used for the fast retrieval of data. What is the syntax to create index? Create index name on table bracket column. Then we discussed about stored procedures. Stored procedures. I told you SQL is divided. SQL is stored structured query language. It is a language to access the database. PL/SQL is what, guys? Is a programming language. Now I told you in programming language, sometimes they ask what is a stored procedure. Then what I told you, stored procedure is a set of SQL statement written, which can be executed again and again. Syntax to create a stored procedure: create procedure name as select start from whatever query we want to write. Then I told you how to execute a stored procedure. Execute procedure, a procedure name. Execute procedure name, and this particular procedure will be executed. Then I came to normalization. What is normalization? Is splitting of larger table into smaller table to avoid what? Redundancy. That means repetition of data. Then what I told you, what is denormalization? Denormalization is what, guys? Joining of a smaller table to form a bigger table is called as denormalization. Then I told you what is the disadvantage of normalization. What is the disadvantage of normalization? Can someone tell me? We'll have to write complex query to join multiple tables. And then I told you normalization is of how many types, guys? Can you just tell me?
1NF.
1NF first normal form, then second
2NF.
normal form and third normal form. So what is first normal form? Can someone tell me?
1-to-1 relationship.
There should not be what? First is what, guys? There should not be any
Duplicates.
duplicate data. Next is what, guys? All data should be present in one table.
One table.
Next is what? Identify what?
Primary key.
Identify the probable what? Probable primary key. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Next is second normal form. What happened in second normal form? Table should be present in which form?
Normal form.
Table
Normal
should be present in first normal form. Next is what, guys? Split the table where complete dependency is there. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Third normal form, what I told you, table should be in which form? Should be in second normal form. Then split the table where there is what, guys? Partial dependency. Then I showed you one diagram. I showed you complete dependency, partial dependency. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
I told you this is a bigger table where we'll identify the college table, identify the probable primary key, which is nothing but your registration number and book number. Entire data is in one table, that is college table. And what will happen in second normal form? We'll identify the complete dependency. So students are completely dependent on book. So what will happen, guys? We'll split it into two tables. One is what? Student table. One is what? Book table. Student table, there is something called as registration number, primary key. In the book table, there will be registration number, foreign key. I told you now how to create the parent-child relationship. Do you remember that? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
What is the keyword we take? References.
Reference.
Remember that? References, parent table, and then bracket the column name. This is what the parent table primary key, the child table foreign key, and it is having its own primary key. And then these are the columns. Suppose semester name, student name, semester, date of birth, mail ID, phone number. Here books is having what? Book name, author, date of issue, date of registry, fine. Okay, this is what, guys? Second normal form where there was complete dependency between students and books, and we split it into multiple tables. Then I taught you there's something called as third normal form. The table must be in second normal form, student and book, and wherever there is a partial dependency, we'll move it into a separate table. Library was partially dependent on student and book, so we have moved it into a separate table. The disadvantage of normalization, I told you, we'll have to write complex SQL queries because we'll have to join all these three tables. Denormalization, I told you, is a process of combining what, guys? One or smaller table, or combining smaller table to form a bigger table is called as denormalization. I told you, you should know this is some of the theoretical things like code rule. Code was a great scientist of SQL, guys. Okay. So he told that DBMS to qualify as RDBMS should support these 6 properties. These are called as code rules. So it should support null value, creation of relationship between the table, DML, DDL, TCL, primary key, unique check, techniques like subquery, joins, grouping, etc. Then I told you something called as ERD, entity relationship diagram. I told you what are the types of entity relationship diagram. Can someone tell me? What are the types of ERD, guys? Can someone tell me? One-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many. One-to-one relationship means what, guys? A person has one passport. This is what one-to-one. When a single instance of an entity is associated with a single instance of another entity, okay, then it is called one-to-one relationship. For example, a person can has only one passport. Okay, so one table is dependent on only having relationship with only one table. This is called as one-to-one. One-to-many table, a customer table can place what? Multiple orders. Okay. Fine, guys. So when a single instance of an entity associated with more than one instance of another entity, then it is called as one-to-many relationship. For example, a customer can place many orders, but an order cannot be placed by many customers. Okay, guys. So what happens in this customer table, he'll place multiple order 1, order 2, order 3, order 4. So what is happening? One customer is having multiple relationship with this order table. Many to one, guys, what? See, many students can join a particular college. When more than one instance of an entity is associated with a single instance of another entity, then it is called as many to one. For example, many students can study in a single college, but a student cannot study in many colleges at the same time. So this is called as what? Many to one. Then I told you many to many means what? Many students can be assigned with many projects. So what happened, guys? Student will be, suppose student 1, student 2, like that. Multiple students will be assigned to multiple projects. Suppose project 1, project 2, project 3. So this is called as many to many relations. Yes, guys. Am I clear with ERD diagram? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Kirti, are you clear with ERD?
Yes.
Then I taught you as last theoretical thing, something called as what? ACID. What is ACID? Atomicity, consistency, isolation,
Integrity.
and isolation and
Sorry.
durability. Atomicity means what, guys? The entire transaction takes place at once or doesn't happen at all. Okay, I've written the detail here. The term atomicity defines the data remains atomic. It means if any operation is performed on the data, either it should be performed or executed completely or should not be executed at all. It further means that the operation should not break in between or execute partially. In case of execution operation on the transaction, the operation should be completely executed, not partially. That is what I told you. Atomicity means the entire transaction should happen. If I write select star from EMP, the entire query should get executed. All the 14 records should be shown. It should not be that 2 record is shown and the next 12 record is not shown. No. Once all the records should be shown. Consistency, I told you there is something called as integrity relationship between two tables. That is nothing but the consistency. I write here. The word consistency means that the value should remain preserved always, and in DBMS, the integrity of data should be always maintained. Isolation, I told you, suppose 2-3 query we will execute together. It can be executed, but the output should not interfere with each other one. That is called as isolation. Durability means what, guys? Once the changes of a successful transaction occur, even the system failure occurs, that particular output should be there. That is what, nothing but your durability. This is nothing but your acid property, normalization. So today what we have, the things we have learned, we learned something called as Rownum, something called as row ID, something called as index, something called as stored procedure, something called as normalization, something called as acid, something called as code rule. Am I clear till this much? Tell me yes or no. Yes or no, guys? Are you there with me?
Yes.
Yes.
If you have understood this much, guys, this is the end of your SQL thing, guys. I want all of you to practice entire thing. Tomorrow I'll start your ETL testing, but before that, see, this was our index, guys. Whenever you want to know about SQL, always go through the index. Which are the topics I know? 32 index I have written. You can just have a look and you can understand that which are the things we have to learn. Next, guys. One document I have already shared you. One second. Let it open, guys. One second. I'm just waiting for it to open. Yes, guys. Is it open? Yes. Yes, guys. Let me just share you the documents. This is document number 1. Now one more document I'll share you. Not this one. This document. Yeah, this document number 2. Yes, guys. PDF already I have shared you. Let me just share today's notes, guys. One second. Yes, guys. Now, my question to you guys is, if you have understood this much, row ID, row num, and all, so if I wanted, so now you tell me what will be the output of this query. This question is again and again getting asked. What will be the output of this query? Yeah, Kirti, can you just tell me the output of this query? All of you, can you just write the output of this query? Meanwhile, I'm just checking one more document for you guys. Can you just write down the output of this query? Just write down the output. Don't do anything. Just write down the output fast, fast, fast.
No rows.
How many of you have written? Yes. That's the
No
correct
rows.
answer, guys. The output is what, guys? No.
No rows.
Why, can you just tell me?
Null cannot be compared to null.
Yes, guys. Because what will happen, guys? Here, what will happen is, here the problem is what, guys? If null cannot be compared. I told this or not to you guys? Yes.
Yes.
So two nulls, when it cannot be compared, what will happen, guys? We cannot have anything to be shown. Excellent, excellent. So now, the next thing is, guys, have you started practicing SQL? Yes or no?
Yes.
Tell me yes or no.
Yes. Yes.
Fine, guys. If you started practicing SQL, so my question to you is, now, did you went through the web? Don't go anywhere, guys. Whatever I have taught you, that's enough, and that's more than enough anywhere. No need to go. But still, if suppose sometimes nothing is there, then from where we practice, guys? Can you just tell me from where we practice?
W3 school.
W3 school. Do you remember that? Yes or no,
Yes.
guys? Yes. So do you? Everyone knows. If we don't have anything, we can just practice from W3 school. Today is the last day of the SQL, guys. I have completed the entire syllabus. I'm telling you, if you don't get anything, just you can go to W3. But what I have taught you guys, that is far more ahead of this W3. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
But if you don't, if suppose 1 minute is left and if you want to just revise, you can just go to W3 schools and you can just revise it. But what I have taught you guys is more than enough. No W3, nothing can be make up that. Okay, fine, guys. Now I will, apart from this, guys, I want you to practice and all those things. And then what I want you guys is just, I want to give you one more document, guys. 1 second. 1 second, guys. One more document I wanted to give you.
Can you ask some more interview questions on SQL? So that
Yeah, tell me.
some more interview questions on SQL. Can you just
Yes,
ask?
yes, yes. See, interview questions, of each and every SQL thing. 110% I'll give you. Don't worry about that. So the interview questions of SQL will not go anywhere, guys. Okay. Every SQL questions and your ETL testing questions that will be taken separately. And guys, the next thing what I wanted is, now next thing what I want is that I am going to start your ETL testing when, guys? From tomorrow. So now, guys, I will take the architecture. Okay. So if you miss my first class, no, then you will never ever understand ETL testing, because first class is the basic class, guys. What is the architecture? How to do everything from the scratch. There are many people who are joining the batch from tomorrow for the only ETL testing part. So tomorrow I'll start your ETL testing. So I don't want any miss from anyone. This is first thing. Because today I am telling the syllabus is over for SQL. There is no need to go anywhere. Watch my video, watch my document. That's more than enough, and practice from my queries. Did I share the query list? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Let me just share you once again so that you have a grip. This is the, did it get so shared? This is the SQL query list, guys. Practice now each and every query from here. See here. Everything is taught. Now you cannot just tell me that this is not taught, that is not taught. Everything is taught. This is the query. Today we'll have 10-15 minutes later, late class, guys, because today is the last day of SQL. So today I'll take 10-15 minutes more so that you becomes you get some understanding, okay, of SQL. So from the basic we have started, guys. If you remember, we taught you SQL, then we taught you group by, then we taught you what, guys? Order by, then we taught you what, guys? Can everyone tell me what we taught? We have taught? We have taught, guys, something called as what? Having order by, then subquery. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Then we taught something called as correlated query. Yes or no, guys? Yes. And DML, DDL, TCL, DQL, views, index, stored procedure, then rank, dense rank, then Rownum, row ID, normalization, index, and these are the things we have done. Apart from the theoretical thing like acid and code tool and all, this is complete, guys. You should have a grip that these things will be asked and asked again and again. Most important, joins. Now, every question, what is the most important questions of SQL, most important questions of ETL testing manual, all those things are already prepared. Everything is, we are having the each and everything. Now my next thing is, guys, your SQL is completed, you practice thoroughly. Apart from that, guys, see what is the thing, guys, these documents. Okay, next is this documents, guys. Let me just show you what is the document. So here what I will give you, guys, is the project. I will also give you what, guys, the STM document, the title, the ETL testing notes and BI reporting notes and all those things. This particular document will be sent to you first thing before when I will start the ETL testing. Apart from that, these are the interview questions I've already prepared, and everyone is watching this. All the SQL questions I have already written. Everything I'll discuss when I'll teach you the interview question session. Then after that, guys, now after all these things, guys, the next thing I just wanted to tell you for SQL thing is, now in the SQL, I told you some of the important queries, which I'll tell you separately. Now I wanted you to think about this particular query. Can you just think for 2 minutes? List the highest paid employee working under King. This is sometimes asked. And let me just write this table. Okay. Now what will happen? Can I roll back? No, I cannot roll back. Fine, guys. Yes, guys, just try to find, okay, from this table, okay, list the highest paid employee working under King. Can you just give a try for 5 minutes? Just 2 minutes, give a try. List the highest paid employee working under King. Can you just give a try? Can you give a try? List the highest paid employee working under King. Who is WhatsApping me? Internet down. That's okay, guys. Rest of you just can you just give a try? List the highest paid employee working under King. Yes, excellent, Samyukta. Your query is correct. What about others? What about others, guys? Chetan? Chetan, are you listening to me?
Yes, yes, right.
Today is your first day, no?
Yes, today's first.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll start the ETL testing. Okay, guys? I'll talk to you. Chetan, what is your number? Is this your number? What is your number? I forgot.
Yes, so this is my number. I
Yeah.
just sent my number.
What is your number? This one, your number ends with 937?
Yes.
Okay, no problem, no problem. No. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Just I'll talk to you after the class. Just give me 2 minutes. So this simple query, guys. What we have to do is that we have to get the highest paid employees working under King. So nothing, highest paid employees. See, select a star from EMP where salary. Highest paid employees, how we can get? Just tell me. Select a star from EMP where salary equals to what? Select max of sal from EMP and then list the highest paid employee working under King. How can I get it? Manager and employee relationship where what we can write? MGR in what I can write? Select employee number from EMP where what, guys? Where working under King means where job equals to what? Where ename equals to what? King. That's all. A simple query. What is the mistake here? Select start from EMP, salary, select max cell from EMP where MGR in, select employee number from EMP where ename equals to king. Any mistake I have done? What is her name? Samyukta. Any mistakes? Select max. Ename equals to king. Samyukta, are you there? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the mistake here?
In their salary. Sir, one more parenthesis to be closed.
Oh, yeah. Correct. Excellent. Yes, guys. This is fine. Correct. One more way we can write, guys. What is that way, guys? See here, using what? Subquery. Okay, guys. So we can also write what? Using subquery. See here, they have written using subquery. Nothing, guys. Select the start from EMP where salary in. Select max of cell from EMP where MGR in. This is what, guys? Using the subquery. We can also write using what, guys? Using join. What we can do is we can join EMP A and EMP B table and take out equate the manager with the employee number where ename equals to A. And then we can after equating it in the first row of query, we can take the salary, which is the maximum salary. So that is also a way to write the query. So this is a subquery related. We can also write using what, guys? Using the joins. How to get the employee and their respective manager using join? Can you just tell me? EMP A. Come, do you remember that, guys? EMP B, where A dot what, guys? MGR equals to what, guys? B dot employee number. And what is the condition here, guys? And what is the condition? A dot ename equals to what? Whatever the king. So suppose I want the king, so I can take it as king. Anything you can just take it. And if I want the maximum of salary, then what I can do, guys? I can just take a upper query and I can write the select max of select star from EMP where salary in, and then I can write this lower query. This is also one way. This is also another way. Any way we can write. So if I wanted in this way, so what I can write again, I can write a subquery here. I can write what? A dot sal in. What I can write? Select max of sal from A. Anyways, a query can be written in multiple ways. Whatever way you want, you can just write. This is using join. This is using subquery. Whatever way you want, you can write. So guys, I have given you the SQL notes. I have given you the queries notes. I have practiced more than most of the queries. All the topics are completed. Practice it. People who have not liked and subscribed to my channel, please like and subscribe. And VTS Technocrats tells an end to his SQL course. And have a nice day. We'll meet tomorrow with the new topic called as ETL testing. Is it fine, guys? Yes.